WVUM 90.5, Coral Gables, Florida.
Ever wonder if the Palmetto's traffic is getting better or worse? Does anyone in Miami speak English anymore? Are wages matching the property value in the city? Tune in every Sunday from 9 p.m. to 11 p.m. to Code 305, hosted by yours truly, Octavio Rios, where I bring on guests every week to investigate the realities to these questions and how they affect your occupation. So grab your surfboards, everybody, because we're riding the Miami New Wave. What is good, Miami? You listen to WVUM 90.5 FM, the voice of the University of Miami, ladies and gentlemen. And you're tuned in right now to Code 305, hosted by the voice of the new wave, Octavio Rios. Ladies and gentlemen, oh my goodness, that was great. Let me explain what I do on the show first of all, and foremost. All right, every week when I can, actually, I bring on guests to the show, right, where I talk about anything Miami related. It could be social, political, economic, and we just dive into discussions that are related, tailored to those kind of topics, right? And then we go ahead and dive into what my guest does as an occupation, as a profession, ladies and gentlemen. This week I am joined by the lovely, all right, the only, the talented music group, electronic dance music group, Cashae, ladies and gentlemen. It is comprised of Joseph and Alex. I want these young men to go ahead and introduce themselves and pretty much say what you guys are and where you guys are from too.
What up, guys? This is Joe from Cashae. Great to be here this morning.
What up? It's Alex from Cashae, repping 305.
All day.
Dale. Y'all know how we do this, man. Listen, I keep it 1,000. I always bring on quality people to be able to have conversations with myself and really people that are from the community. I try my best to do that just to really reflect and give you guys a chance to express your voice, right? Especially in the times we live in now. I just got to do it like that. All right. Can you guys mention again what like your background is? I know you guys are both from Miami, Florida. Can you be more specific as to where in Miami you're from and then kind of like your ethnic background?
Right, so I was born in South Miami, Florida, like Pinecrest area, born and raised there. Been there for 27 years. Basically I'm a music producer, born and raised here. Yeah, I mean, like, Miami is life, bro. I left to Orlando a little while, left to LA, but something always brings me back home.
Absolutely.
Miami is my blood.
Of course. And what's your ethnic background?
My ethnic background, I'm half Cuban, half Canadian.
Okay.
My mom's Canadian, dad's Cuban.
So which one's stronger that you identified most with when people would ask you, what's your background?
Oh, man. I don't know. I'm
definitely Cuban.
Definitely Cuban, yeah, I'd say for sure. I look Canadian. But at heart, I'm Cuban, bro.
Of course.
I love me some rice and beans, that's for sure.
Of course. What about you, Alex?
I was born in New Jersey. I was raised in Puerto Rico. I got to Miami when I was 13. I've been here the rest of my life, so I identify 100% as a Miamian. 305 for life for sure. I'm 100% Puerto Rican, and a little bit Cuban now because I've been in Miami for so long.
Of course, of course. Yo, I think it's funny because I'm also Puerto Rican, and it's very hard. Like, I feel like my accent when I speak Spanish, it's very hard to show the Puerto Rican accent when I've literally just been surrounded by a bunch of Cubans going to school, right? And then the worst part is too, on top of that, just another thing that I feel like doesn't really make me Puerto Rican, although I do identify as Puerto Rican as well. I played soccer here. I was not a boxeador, no jugué pelota, no jugué basket, ¿verdad? Entonces, what ends up happening is that I played soccer with Colombians, so I literally saw two sides of Miami, right? Because if you remember, we had a large flow of immigration from the Cuban population as well as the Colombians. Right now, we're seeing more of that's what makes Miami Hispanic, no? Just the fact that we have that influx coming in at all times, and it's just very interesting the fact that everyone has a story here, bro. Like no one's here and just magically appeared. There's always a cool story behind it. A
lot of Venezuelan immigration too. Prayers go out to what's going on over there for sure.
No, absolutely. We support that 1,000%. I support the legitimacy of the new president with the Democratic president.
For sure.
And I feel like it's a good thing that, Trump was able to go ahead and legitimize that at FIU, which I thought was very interesting.
That,
You know what I'm saying? Because that's, at the end of the day, he still represents the country, us being the world power, the representation of democracy and freedom. At least he's doing that, you know what I'm saying? Even whatever opinion you have of the man, he's still representing the country, right? I just want to dive into just something Miami related, and it has to do with you guys, especially since you guys are electronic dance music producers, all right? How do you guys feel about Miami Music Week? The Winter Music Conference is coming around the corner. March is right around the corner as well, and you guys know very well that in the city of Miami, the entirety of March and about halfway into April is just spring break every day. Can you guys talk about actually what the Winter Music Conference is?
I want to say Winter Music Conference is definitely like the Christmas in July for Miami. Like Miami Music Week, March, that time is like, it's the time that pretty much everybody pours into Miami, in the music scene, in the art scene, fashion world, and everyone's here just bringing in like the summer pretty much. Like that is like the pre-game to the summertime. March at Ultra Music Week, which is coming up I think at the end of March, that's when all the DJs are playing their brand new stuff that they're gonna be playing for the whole year through festival season. That's like the kickoff to festival season.
That's where you're gonna hear it first. If you're a DJ and you hear your song played on the main stage or on any stage at Ultra, it's a career-changing opportunity and it's a career-changing time. It's basically, like you said, it's the Christmas.
It's the Christmas.
No, but it really is.
Scene.
It really is. And if you think about it, a lot of the I feel like Europe in particular is very dominant with EDM, I would say. And that definitely around their type of climate is typically right now, even the summer, like when I went to England, it was very cold up there, right? Over across the pond. But absolutely, it's a Christmas in July pretty much. Like everyone's coming here for the weather, the vibes. And I just feel like, especially when you're making money, Miami is your playground.
Oh, of course.
Period.
This is where people come spend their money.
Absolutely.
You make your money and wherever you're from, but you want to spend it in Miami.
Without a doubt.
You want to keep it going too.
You want to go to the club, get a bottle, spend it all in one night, and do it again the next day.
Exactly.
That's the crazy part. Is like you can do it, and that's what I meant. Like the entirety of March, you not only do you have spring breakers coming in and traveling in, right?
Yeah.
You have festivals that are kicking off during that month too, and it's also Christmas in the sense that, like you guys just finished saying, a lot of producers will come out with new music during that time.
Yep.
And that's really kicking off the rest of the year, right? Because we're only 3 months in. By that time, by the time Christmas comes around, you're hearing that same song that was actually started at the beginning of the year, and I love it. I think it's marketing wise, it's intelligent. I think I feel like it's just well thought out as far as, because I'm pretty sure the marketing team is like, listen, this is definitely a time we want to release new songs, and like you guys just finished mentioning, you look at Ultra as an example of a festival. That's where they do that. They kick off a lot of especially in the main stage. You get what I'm saying? How do you guys feel about the fact that they actually moved Bayfront being the venue to now being in Key Biscayne?
That's definitely going to be like interesting. I mean, it's been in downtown Miami
the whole time, right?
The entire time.
Yeah.
I mean, it's had a move. It used to be at, what was it? Like where the museum is now. It used to be Bayfront.
Oh, yeah, you're right. It used to be, yes.
And I think before that it was on South Beach. Like in the
it was actually
days.
Wow. The initial days.
The first couple of years was like on South Beach.
You're right.
And then they moved to that, I forget the name of that.
It's Bayfront.
It's
basically.
Bayfront. It's
Yeah.
basically where the museum is now. And then they moved it to downtown, like by Bayside. And that, honestly, those years have been some of the best years. I watched Swedish House.
That last year they closed. I was there
watched
too.
Yeah, I was
that was
there
crazy.
for 2013 Swedish House when they did 2 weekends. That was the craziest.
I've always thought of
ultra
that
year.
area as the festival area.
Yeah.
Like, you know, even when I first got to Miami, this is dating me, but there was a station, I think a rock station. I forgot the name of it.
94.9
Oh,
Zeta.
Halloweeny roast. Yeah, they did Halloweeny roast there, and I saw the Foo Fighters right there. So I've always thought of that as the festival area of Miami because you have the skyline in the background, you have the buildings. It's a vibe. So moving it, you got to embrace everything. You know, it's probably going to be super lit out there in Key Biscayne. You know, a lot less security, probably a lot less. I mean, I don't want to say less traffic because it's one way and out.
Yeah, dude,
So
I was
probably the
about to
traffic's
mention
probably
that.
going to be crazy. The people that live there are probably going to be hating their lives, but for everyone else, it's going to be a party.
Here's the problem. You just mentioned it. People that live there, there's people that the only reason why, first of all, Bayfront they got kicked out of Bayfront is because of the property. The apartments that are across from Bayfront are people that own stuff there. So like they literally had to hear El Agorote que estaba a cruzar de la calle, right, where people were living. Because have you been to Ultra?
Oh no, they had to listen to a free EDM concert.
Here's the thing.
God
Of
forbid
course,
they didn't have to
of
pay
course.
$100
God.
for the weekend.
But that's the point.
Yeah,
They
that's how it
complain
is.
to the point because at the end of the day, these properties have associations. If you're the shareholder,
Of
if you're the one putting down the money to be on that property, and you know it's not anyone from Hialeah living in those buildings, it's people with money, the affluent population, they're gonna get the lawyers. They're gonna tell you, yeah, oh, what a crime! Like to listen to a free music festival, right?
Yeah.
But there's people that
Are they gonna do? No, they moved Rolling Loud too. They moved Rolling Loud is now at
No way.
Yeah, Rolling Loud's not there anymore. Rolling Loud's at Dog with Dolphins play.
Oh yeah, I know that.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Oh,
yeah.
at Dolphins.
So now they're probably not doing any more there. Huh?
I mean, Miami, I know like 2 years before, like 2 or 3 years ago, they were trying to crack down on
That's horrible.
on Ultra. Like which is crazy to me because it brings so much money.
It brings
into,
so
like,
much money.
the
It's like an
middle of the
influx
city,
of
like-
bread and so much culture it brings
Yeah.
too. And it's
I think Virginia Key is gonna be dope.
It's gonna be
I
dope.
heard that they're now, they're gonna make it more like a bigger like music festival. Like if you'd go to Bonnaroo or
Oh, wow.
or something, like there's gonna be camping
there's a
options.
lot. Oh wow.
Is what I heard.
Yeah.
I could be mistaken.
Oh,
but I
that
heard,
sounds great.
Like,
But there's so much options, like you guys just been mentioning. Like there's so many options, especially during like Miami Music Week. It's just like it's ridiculous. It's really Christmas, dude, because like you literally for that whole week can do yacht party, boat party, beach party, club, warehouse party, regular clubs, small venue, colders on the walls, and it's literally like
Everything's
all happening at the
popping.
same time.
Yeah.
All happening at the same time.
You
So
gotta plan it out, or else
You
you
literally
go
just-
without a plan. You're gonna wind up like, oh no, I didn't get in here. Oh my god.
it's crazy though. No, seriously. Like I mean, for example, the W, they're hosting a venue there.
But-
What else we got here? We got Biscayne
Delano.
Lady,
The Delano's
the
always
Delano,
popping.
absolutely.
The SLS, Hyder SLS is always popping.
Faina.
Faina, yeah.
Who else? They got Mana
Basement.
Winwood, Basement.
Mana's always gonna be. I'm going to Mana today.
Oh, word.
Yeah.
Dope. Nikki Beach.
Nikki Beach.
Yo.
They're
Oh,
renovating
Nikki
Nikki
Beach.
Beach. I saw that when I went to the beach the other day. They had the whole parking lot torn down. They're renovating the whole thing.
Wow.
Yeah.
I mean, look, here's the thing. Look at, I have pulled up right now for those of you that aren't still, well, if you're watching at home when I put this up, where we actually have popped up right here, Miami Music Week, the venues, and like literally there's 2 pages worth of where
Oh
to
my
go
god.
and
The
where to
hangar.
be. Ooh, the hangar, yes.
The hangar's crazy.
Yeah.
Yo, the hangar's funny because it's like, it's such a small venue, but if you
Yeah.
get it packed, oh my goodness,
Looks
dude.
crazy in there.
It's ridiculous. It
Yeah.
really is ridiculous. I just want to go over some of the artists definitely as well. By the way, it begins Monday the 25th of March and it ends Sunday the 31st. So like that's a whole
Dad's
week.
birthday,
When?
March 25th.
Word.
It's a great day.
Not
Take
a
him to the Delano.
coincidence.
Take him out. Miami Music Week pops.
Yeah.
Here, drink this water, Dad.
Look, we got Afrojack, Alesso,
Wow.
Alan Fitzpatrick, AC Slater,
Oh yeah.
Andrea Oliva. I mean, these are all. Mind you, there's 12 pages.
Yeah,
I'm not
you're
gonna
only
go through
on
this.
B.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying?
Everyone
Everyone's gonna be
who's
here.
anyone's gonna be here.
Yeah,
And that's
I
the
mean,
best part. I feel like you can be the A-list, and you
Yeah.
can be down to the lowest level. You will have a venue. Because, I mean, think about it. If you look at Miami in particular, all these venues are scattered across South Beach, Miami Beach, Brickell,
Wynwood.
I don't know if I mentioned downtown.
Yeah,
And
downtown.
places there, and I mean, Miami Music Week gets so crazy. Like places you would never expect have like DJs playing. Like one year, I went and saw Sean Frank with Datsik. I mean, he's out of the industry now, Datsik, but I saw them at like some crazy like small tiny bar, and it was like I'm standing right next to like there's like maybe 10-15 people here. I'm like, how are these like huge DJs playing? That's just Miami music.
It is. It's beautiful. It's Christmas because in the sense that also as well you get to interact. Like that's how close you can be to interacting with the DJs. And I feel like, to be honest, in my opinion, the smaller the venue, the better, because the DJs will also really play stuff that they wouldn't play in the big festivals, right? Because I feel like you as a DJ are obligated, especially if you're on the main stage at Ultra, not to really get creative.
You gotta bang,
straight up,
you gotta bang hard.
And that's my prerogative with that too. Is like, you know, when I went to Ultra, when that last year that Swedish house closed, I was hanging out a lot at the underground stages, because the underground stages get rowdy.
Of course,
it's fantastic. It's Miami's it's not ratchet. I wouldn't say ratchet, but like everyone's having fun.
Yeah,
you know. But we're getting Miami gets down and dirty. If y'all want to know how we party, if you're someone that's not from Miami, like just know, because of the way we've been around this environment, almost as like it's rubbed off on us as natives to just really set the, like, for example, I remember going to Cartagena, Colombia, and we were at this club over there, and no one in the club was as hype as we were, our group from Miami. And it's really like, man, like, dude, like from an early age, and I will mention this, I'll say this live, I remember being in middle school dances, grinding, 7th graders grinding, dude, like easy. What's going on? Like now that I look back at it, you're like, whoa, we were jits. I mean, the hormone imbalance was ridiculous, right? Because your hormones are going crazy at that time. But like, that's just, we've been exposed to that. So like, Miami's been down and dirty since you're a kid.
No, real talk. I mean, I remember starting school here, and I was like, whoa, this is crazy. Like the first party I went to here, I was like, this is insane. I come from Honduras. I lived in Honduras for 2 years. So coming from Honduras to Miami was like a complete change. You know what I'm saying? Not that people don't party in Honduras, you know, shout to Honduras, but Miami's crazy, man. Miami's got a party culture, a party lifestyle. It's literally a party culture here.
It is, and the nightlife is here. Like, and it's funny because, like, you know, at the University of Miami in particular, right? If you go to college towns, and I feel like this is one benefit of going to the University of Miami. You don't need Greek life, to be honest. You take out Greek life from here. Does Miami take it now? Absolutely not. No. You go to college towns, and that's pretty much where you're gonna want to be around, because there's no nightlife like the way it is here.
They party in houses.
Exactly.
They need to have a house party. In Miami, it's like, if you're old, even if you're not old enough to go out, you still get a wristband at Story. You still, you know what I'm saying? Like, there's ways to finesse everything. And yeah, definitely take out Greek life, and these people are still not gonna miss a beat out here. They're not gonna miss a beat.
Like, straight up. At like 17, 18, you're in the scene already.
Easy.
You get to like 21.
You don't even want to drink anymore.
And you're like,
yeah,
party tonight.
You're like, I'm good. I think I'm gonna take
like
a couple.
The funniest concept is meeting like people from like not here, you know, like from like Chicago or like Illinois, like just middle of nowhere, who come down here and they're like, oh, I gotta get this partying out. I'm like 23. I'm like, yo, I'm good. I want to chill tonight. I've been partying since I was 17.
Exactly.
Miami though,
and that's the best part. Look, the thing is, you know, out of all the types of genres of music, Miami's EDM scene is really the preference we like to go with. You get what I'm saying? Because if you look, it's just, bro, look how the way this is set up. Like, it's so many things going on for a week, for an entire week. If you buy your tickets early, first of all, you can get cheap prices. If you wait last minute, you just took an L.
You're gonna take it.
You took an L.
You got taxed.
Yep. You suck. Nah, you don't suck.
Custodied.
But like, it's crazy though, because like, if you really do wait like last minute, like, sir, like you said, you saw people in like the most like low key, unrecognized areas, but I'm pretty sure, like, did you have to pay to get into those?
No, actually, so that's the thing that you don't realize. Like, some of these places are so low key. You just show up, like, you sign up online, like, you gotta go to their site and like register
RSVP,
RSVP. Like, as long as you RSVP, they like send you like a free ticket like in your email or something. You know, then you have to like get a drink or something. But like, it's crazy. There's so much stuff going on. You just gotta search for it. Like that site.
Look at this Miami thing going on right now. It's a guy backing up a pickup truck, and he's literally outside of his pickup truck, backing up something into the sidewalk.
This is fantastic.
He's hanging out the pickup truck. He's not even in the. How is he gonna brake? You know what I'm saying?
I love the fact that we have windows here.
This is why I love this studio. Shout out to this studio.
He has his foot on the pedals, bro.
Oh man,
we keep it 1,000 out here.
Police.
This is only the cop drives by.
Is he?
He's like, I'm good. I'm not gonna deal with that. Just call me when he crashes.
Oh wow, it's hilarious.
This is fantastic, man. Like I told you, look, it's just all part of the. And the best part is it's a celebration too. Especially, if you're native, you see a lot of people enjoy like Miami Music Week in particular because. You see, like, I feel like in that part, in EDM, like going back to EDM, you see a lot of Europeans definitely travel down for that.
Oh, yeah.
And they love Miami has a tropical vibe.
Yeah.
You've been to LA. Tell me not, like, that the vibe there is not as tropical here. You get me? It's very Caribbean influence here. Extremely Caribbean
LA's
influence.
Hispanic, but it's not Caribbean.
Bingo.
It's a big difference between Hispanic and Caribbean.
Absolutely.
Caribbean blood is a little bit different. We were the first ones here, you dig?
Of course, absolutely.
We were the ones that got,
Spicier.
man. We got a little more sazon.
No, definitivamente. Because if you look at, the Caribbean in general, you have Haiti, Jamaica, Puerto Rico, Cuba, DR,
all
Bahamas,
all the VI still gets down.
Of course,
VI gets down.
Isn't
Trinidad Tobago?
Trinidad's
small, but then they came out hard.
Of course,
yeah.
Dude. It's just there's a vibe like that's what Miami too. It's just like that's the best part about Miami too. All right, and I was talking to Joseph about it. It was like, yo, we are northern South America. Nothing like we are literally our own world. Like, aside from the United States, like yes, we are located in the United States soil, but we do not behave at all.
This is a whole nother country.
It really is, and it's the biggest county too in the state of Florida.
Past West Palm, tell me it's the same.
It's not. Straight up, it's not.
It's not.
And it brings me into the topic of South Florida. Period. Like South Florida from West Palm downward. If you look at the recruiting for the football team too, right?
Yeah.
It's from West Palm downward.
Yeah.
You don't need to go outside.
Nope.
You know what I'm saying? And I just want to throw a statistic out there.
What was it? The Miami line or Miami country? I see that. On Billy Corbin.
Yes,
from here down, that's us.
Of course, shout out Billy Corbin. We actually had him on the show one time.
Oh,
he's
shout
dope.
out Billy Corbin.
Shout out
to you.
And he's also, he's cool because he's from South Florida. There's so many of us from Miami just doing big time things. You feel me? It's just a celebration of culture. Like no matter how, like bro, we could be doing anything, like something so little, and people be like, oh my god, it's such a Miami thing. You know what I'm saying? By the way, when you guys travel abroad, like, do people recognize your accent? I've been told I have a Miami accent when I go up to Gainesville, for example, and I don't know what the accent. They say it's kind of like Caribbean English, but I don't know what it is. I don't get it.
I don't know. I've heard that I speak differently. Yeah, when I go to Atlanta and they're like, you don't talk like us.
Yeah.
And so I don't know if people have called it a Miami accent to my face yet.
Yeah.
How about you?
I'm trying to recall if I have. I don't think I've ever been asked or told that I have a Miami accent. I know like people ask me where I'm from, like, and they don't expect that I'm from Miami, like for sure. Like people, when I was in LA over the summer, people be like, "You're from LA, right? You're a Cali boy." I'm like, "No."
You do like look,
he looks
when
like
you
a
came
Cali
in.
boy, yeah,
Yo,
thing,
I'm about to lie.
Like,
When you came in for the class demonstration yesterday, I was like, "Is this dude from like?" He just looks American. Like he looks like the surfer dude. And like I was talking to Joseph, and I was like, "Wait, like this guy's actually Miami." I was like, "Whoa, what's going on?"
Miami.
Exactly.
Yeah.
That's what we call that passing,
Yeah.
I'm Hispanic, but I could pass.
Of course, I think it's beneficial. You feel me? Just going back to the topic of Ultra. Do you guys agree with the ticket prices for that festival?
If people are gonna pay for it,
What are they, like $300 now?
Yeah,
right now they're
that's
going
what
for $379 plus.
for
So
3 days.
mind you, they throw a tax that they don't talk about.
Yes.
They throw a tax of like
At the
$50.
end.
So it
At
ends
the
up being
end.
like $400.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I mean for 3 days, to be honest with you, check out how much one of these DJs gets paid for one gig.
Exactly.
You feel me? And then the fact that they all probably take a pay cut to go, and then they, it's a mission, and I don't, I'm not saying I don't agree with it, but I think that 400 is not bad at all, and I mean, it could be cheaper. Yeah, I understand people got to save up to go, but I mean, look at the lineup though, bro.
Let's
I saw
name some of them.
It's crazy.
Let's name some of them.
The amount of talent.
Chainsmokers, Zed, Tiesto, Marshmello, Odessa,
Eleni, and
Afrojack,
Deadmau5.
David Guetta,
Oh, Deadmau5 is coming this year?
Look at that. And Deadmau5 is doing a live set. So
the
all
Martinez
all the
brothers.
people
Shout
in
to
that-
Miami.
Yeah, shout out to Miami for real.
Deadmau5, Odessa, Tom Morello. You know who Tom Morello is, right?
Tom Morello.
Tom Morello from Rage Against the
my
Machine, bro.
No way.
God.
Oh, the guitarist.
The guitarist.
Yeah.
He's got
Oh.
a master class out right
Yo,
now.
I love-
Galantis,
Galant.
Louis the Child.
That's
We haven't even got to the other lineup.
That line of people right there are all doing live sets too.
Yeah,
You
those are
see,
live sets. Those are
I don't
live
even know
sets.
what a Deadmau5 live set looks like.
I've
what does
never
that
even. Yeah, it's
look
gonna be
like?
crazy.
Yo, I see
Odessa
Oliver
kills it.
Heldens. You guys like Oliver Heldens?
Heldens
Fire.
I
kills
love
it.
Heldens. He's
Yeah.
really good.
Yeah.
I mean, I do get it. Yes, there's top line performers coming through, but like, aren't these same performers doing the same thing in like EDC Orlando? Aren't these the same performers in a lot of other festivals where they kind of give a little bit cheaper? I just feel like maybe it's because, remind you, Miami, the city, if you want to be able to have the permit to do it in Key Biscayne, for
Taxed.
example, tax,
Yeah.
baby boy.
Taxed.
Ooh.
You're getting taxed.
Yo,
Yeah.
Miami, the government of Miami,
Don't
they
play.
get excited. They get
Yeah.
real excited. Oh, you want to do a festival? Oh my goodness.
Of course. Come here. Sit down. Come here. Let's talk.
Have you ever heard of a permit?
And also,
We love-
EDC Orlando has a lot of them, but they don't have all these. Like,
True.
this is
Yeah.
crazy. I'm
EDC
looking at
Orlando.
that bottom lineup. Is crazy. Look at that. There's probably like another 50 DJs in the bottom.
That's true.
Like
I'm not in front.
EDC Orlando would probably have like a lot of those people on the bottom, and then like maybe 5 to 10
Yeah.
of those top people.
Yeah. Okay. You're right. Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
and they're like 2 days. Ultra starts on Friday
And ends on Sunday.
and ends on
Yeah.
Sunday.
It's like a golf tournament.
Dude, I just feel I can, because like since we participated in Ultra, like I just love it's just about a vibe. Like Miami Music Week has a vibe. It's a weird, it's very, I cannot put my finger on it, but there's a really like, if you're not participating, you will feel left out.
Oh,
I
of course.
believe.
Yeah. You're
to
on
be honest.
Instagram and you're like, what?
Because especially when they put it on live on YouTube, right? Because they always film it live.
Yeah.
UMTV, dude, like, that's funny.
That's how we
UMTV.
saw it last year.
That's crazy though.
That's how we saw it last year. We watched it on at the studio. Yeah.
But I feel like, bro, even in the studio, you're like, man, I'm missing out.
Oh no,
no,
for
I wish I
sure,
was
for
there.
sure. I thought about it. I was like, man,
But I will, like I told you, I'm not a main stage kind of guy, to be honest.
this year
I'm really
definitely
underground,
going.
to be honest. I don't know, but like you said, traffic, bro, it's one way to get into Key Biscayne. Let me ask you something. You
I
don't
go
think...
on a boat.
They're gonna do water
Oh,
taxis.
I think they're going to do
For
water
sure.
taxis. They are.
That's
They
what
actually
I,
are.
yeah, I would.
100% they'll do water taxis.
You have to.
Straight out of like Coconut Grove.
You have to. I mean, how is the DJ gonna get there on time, bro?
True.
You can't.
Oh,
Either that or a helicopter.
Artists are not driving in. All
No
the art,
way.
like, you know, like how they used to do it.
They used to do it on the boat too.
They used to
Yeah.
have like stay all the artists, like put all the artists on South Beach and
Yeah.
take them across the bay to Bayfront Park.
partying on the boat.
Yeah, partying on the boat.
Yeah, I saw Carnage
Oh.
on one time. It was crazy.
Yo, I love Carl Cox's stage. I don't know how the stages are going to look now that they're in Key
man.
Biscayne. But Carl Cox's stage, when that the roof lowers...
Yo.
And everyone's dancing. Yo, everybody in that freaking stage is dancing. It's the craziest thing I've like. That's why I like. I'm sorry. Like main stage is nothing compared to like a lot of the other stages are unsung heroes. Like they're really
That's what makes dance music so amazing, is that you've got all these subgenres and you've got that real like underground like non-main stage stuff. You've still got the
there's-
Carl Coxes and
There's
the Laid
people
Back
that go to
Lukes.
Ultra that don't go to the main stage.
They don't.
They're
Yeah.
like, no, I'm not here to see them. I'm here to see this.
Yep.
It's
I'm here to go
crazy.
see Armin van Buren in the Dome like that. And when
Like,
you're
we went-
in that,
Yeah.
when you walk into that stage
Oof.
and you see how massive that is, and you look up above you and there's like LED lights everywhere, and then like you're like looking up at the stage and you see the DJ's like tiny
Yeah.
because it's this massive. It's not even
That's crazy.
it's not even the main stage. It's wild.
I
to
know,
hear.
but it's true. Just to elaborate more on that, it's just like I told you, the best part is, especially during the State of Trance on Sunday. Here's what I like about Ultra 2. They literally make Friday and Saturday very hype as far as the genres that are playing, and then Sunday's a complete cool down. It's very slow, I feel. It's very like a State of Trance is on Sundays, you feel me? So they try to lower the pace. The first 2 days are like wild, period. And I know people that participate in Miami Music Week with the other venues, and they'll go straight to Ultra. Like, mind you, people don't, I think Ultra opens like at 2 or 1. No one shows up till like 6 or 7, period.
Yeah.
Like literally,
I mean,
I've
bro,
seen
if you're
it.
there at 1, you're gonna pass out.
you gotta pace yourself.
I feel bad for the DJs though, because I've gone there early and like no one's seeing their set because
Yeah.
no
It's
one's there.
tough. It's tough. It's tough being an opener. That's in any festival or any show. You know, it's tough being the opener. But the goal is to have 1 person to 10 people be like, yo, I caught these people when they were like, you know, because I remember when I was a kid, I would see bands like at shows that they were there was 10 people there, and then a year later they're on MTV, and you're like, bro, I saw that band, you know. And then that's how you start, you know. That's how you pop off, is you make a good impression on 10 people. Those 10 people are going to tell 10 people. Then next time you show up, they're going to be 20 people. Those 20 people, you know what I'm saying? And boom, that's, you know, it's all organic like that. But yeah, it's definitely sucks to be an opener, but
like you said,
happens.
at least you're at Ultra.
At least you're at opener and
Like,
Ultra.
straight
you know
up.
what I'm saying?
Like, I'll
rather
take
be
that
at
any
Ul-
day.
Dude, I'll take that right now.
Of course, you
And
can
we
tell your
know-
friends to come up, but yo, come through,
Yeah.
just like be that one like fan for me, like
We
a
know
little bit.
DJs right now that are popping. They're on tour everywhere, and they didn't get on Ultra, so it's tough to get on that lineup. And I don't want to say there's politics involved because I don't personally know, but there's some DJs that aren't on that list that are popping right now.
There's definitely politics involved in that.
Of course, but I don't know about that, you know. So
Yeah,
I don't want to
yeah.
speak on it.
No, but I mean, I think it's normal because like you find
There's politics and
anywhere,
everything, you know what I'm saying?
as we were discussing earlier before we went on there. You feel me? You dig?
Yerp.
We're gonna take a quick commercial break. Our first commercial break, actually. When we come back, we're gonna pick up where we left off. We have Cashae in the music group, electronic dance music group, in studio,
Yes,
ladies and
right.
gentlemen. And when we come back, we're just gonna pick up more about their content and how they, get their music going and whatnot. I hope. Hey, by the way, if you want to call into studio, the number is 786-309-8861. The number once again is 786-309-8861. If you have any questions for any of us in studio, I'll put you on air live, and you'll be able to express your voice, have your opinion heard. Because guess what? I got you like that. Yo no hago nada funny. You feel me? I always keep it 1,000.
Health tip number 8. A simple smile can boost your self-esteem and has even been shown to strengthen your immune system. It's an easy way to make your day and someone else's that much better. Brought to you by the American Medical Students Association. For more information, visit www.amsa.org.
What are you taking a picture of?
Oh, just those two babies.
What are they doing?
Oh, they're just maxing out the credit cards on BB guns and water balloons.
Follow us on Instagram.
At WVUM.
My name is Mike D., host of Steak and Eggs, and you're listening to WVUM, the voice of the University of Miami.
This is WVUM FM, Coral Gables, Florida, the voice of the University of Miami.
Mondays 4 to 6, it's One Nation Under a Groove, hosted by me, Jordan. 2-hour funkified session of OG and new wave funk, soul, R&B, and hip-hop, so tune in and tune it up.
Health tip number 1. Save a life. Please don't text and drive. For more information, visit www.amsa.org. Brought to you by the American Medical Students Association.
Yeah. You got some natives in the studio, ladies and gentlemen. Not just any buddies, but the buddies. All right, if that makes any sense. All right, you're listening to Code 305. If you are just tuning in with us, I have Cashae, the electronic dance music group duo. I would say.
Yeah, we DJ duo.
Yeah. So we got Joseph, we got Alex. Oh, shout out Jordan. She's the manager. She's sitting in the back.
Jay.
Loyalty. Appreciate you, girl.
Yeah, that's right.
But yes, this is Code 305, hosted by the voice of the new wave, Octavio Rios. All right, I'm not gonna do the extra one like I did in the intro because I only save it for those that listen from the beginning. But if you've been following us and just keeping up with the convo since the beginning of the show, we've actually been discussing Miami Music Week, the Winter Music Conference, Ultra, the whole shebang bang, all right, the good stuff. But now I'm going to dive into Cashae's music, content, how they got it, all right. First question, boys. I want to ask you, explain your logo. You know, it's the Miami seal. I can already tell it's the Miami seal.
It is
the city.
Yeah,
explain it.
We replaced the palm tree with a golden palm tree with diamonds, and then we got Miami in the logo just because we really feel strongly about representing ourselves no matter where we are and always. And it says established 2016 on it, and because that's what the year we really started the group. So the logo is basically, it's black and gold. It's shiny. It's very Miami. It looks like it could be a chain.
It really can, actually.
Yeah, like we made it thinking about the pennants, you know what I'm saying?
Are you gonna make shirts with that as a pocket shirt, and then like something on the back?
For sure.
Yeah, we go with that logo, and then we also have the logo that's on our release right there. It's like basically like the Vogue letters.
This one?
Yeah, the clean. Yeah.
Okay.
So that's the vibe we go with, you know.
Why the A and the E combined the way it is?
It's a character. It sounds it because cachet, the word, in French, it means something that has high value, or
all right,
you know, it has a cachet to it.
In Spanish too.
Oh, in Spanish,
right?
caché.
Tiene caché.
Tiene caché, Bobby.
But it's spelled differently. I think they spelled CACHET.
Yeah, I know. That's the computer one.
No.
We just liked it.
Yeah.
We thought it was original. The A and the E, you know, it has a little, it stands out a little bit. We do that a lot on our releases, but it's hard to type it in for websites and stuff. So you could, when you find us, you could just type it in regularly and
Cashae.
Yeah,
that makes sense. I like it though. It's very Miami. I think you guys hit the nail on the coffin right there.
Thank you.
What were there any other like ideas as far as trying to create the emblem you guys want for the group? Was this the first thing that popped in your head and you went with this, or was there others that kind of made the list but you said, you know what, this is the one that we want to go with?
Man, I think we had a little time there that we were like, it took us a while to even come up with our name. Like Cashae, Alex and I had been producing together for several years before that, all styles of music, before we really kind of were like, all right, let's like form this into something. Like let's put a name to it and really start like building our own sound, you know?
Yeah, as a producer, you're basically handcuffed to the hustle and you're handcuffed to the hustle and how big an artist is, you know, because the producer, you're only as big as the artist you get featured on that track, right? So we were just like, man, we should be our own artist. We want to be performing these songs. Like, we don't want to keep sending tracks to people and be like, oh, this is cool. I'm going to make it. It's going to be track 7 on our EP, and they're going to go play live and make money off that. So we were just thinking like, man, let's just put our music for ourselves, be our own entity, be our own machine, you know?
So what would you categorize yourself if you were to be able to say, okay, this is the way the sound is, this is what, I don't want to say genre because there's so many sub-genres within EDM.
We call ourselves Trapical, but we experiment with different genres of electronic dance music. We probably we're an electronic dance duo, you know?
Of course.
You know?
How important is it for DJs and the transitioning between songs? Because I was listening to the mix that Joseph sent me, the re-up mix volume 1, and I love the transitions, very clean. The change of flow was constant. It was something that I felt was very interesting.
Yeah.
Because like you said, I feel like you guys experiment with a lot of the way things sound.
Yeah.
And you guys are throwing in a little bit of Spanish trap in there from what I noticed. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, we throw a little bit of vibe, you know?
And I really do like it. So do you
Thank
feel
you.
like that's... You're welcome.
Thank you. Yeah.
Of course. Do you guys feel like that's important? Like, do you feel that's one of your little trademarks, the way you guys transition between songs?
Yeah.
To be able to change up the rhythm and the flow.
Well, Joseph taught me how to DJ. I've only been DJing for about 2 years. And I think the main thing that when you go study a DJ is their transitions. You know, that's basically what a DJ. That's like if you're a DJ, that's what you're studying as DJ. What song you played and how did he transition out of it? You know, and that's basically I would say the most important thing besides song selection is how you transition. You know, going back in the day because they were doing it on vinyl. So imagine transitioning on vinyl. You know, that's how the art came about.
Can you kind of elaborate more on that? I feel like it's the way the music has evolved. It's become, I feel, not easier. Well, yeah, it's become easier because, like you said, you have to do vinyl. I feel there was a lot more technique involved.
Yeah.
Do you still feel there's a lot more technique involved?
Yeah,
or it's just become more modern in a sense?
There's absolutely more technique involved. I mean, excuse me. I started DJing like 7 years ago. And when I self-taught myself, and it was just like, you know, in my room, just playing to myself and like feeling like seeing that or envisioning that I was playing in front of a crowd or something. But I started from like just straight electronic 128 house music, and then I remember like it was always a difficulty for me to start mixing in different genres, because when you're going from BPM to BPM, it's to have clean transitions. So was a difficult thing. So I've really focused on being able to run through genres and be able to keep it clean and just keep a high intensity, mix. We want people to party. We want people to bang out, And
as a DJ, your responsibility is to play hot music, right?
Yeah.
So a lot of the times, when I go watch a DJ, my criticism is they stick to their pocket. You know, that's their pocket. That's what they do. If they do 120, bam, 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 for hours straight, right? And which is cool because people love that. But can you throw in
sicko mode,
Trippy Kush or sicko mode right in the middle of it, and then use a drop from another song, bring the build up in? So it's that's what I like. That I like when I go see a DJ to be able to that he runs through stuff. Oh, he'll be playing this because you're a vibe curator as a DJ. You want to make sure that people are dancing. People forget about that.
Of course. I think that's actually a good thing that you mentioned, because going back to the re-up mix that I was listening to, it definitely, if I were able to go ahead and be man, if I was at a club or whatever it may be, I sent you a video, that's exactly how I felt listening to the mix. I was dude, this is definitely something if I was at a club at, I would not have a hard time trying to dance to it, trying to get a vibe from it. So I think that's good you mentioned that, because I feel the best artists need to remember that it's not just about going up there and be consistent with a certain beat. It's how do you tailor to the audience, because I feel the audience you perform in front of is very important. Same way you don't want to say just anything in front of everybody because you're catering to a certain audience. How much of that do you guys consider? What do you do? Because I've asked a lot of artists that come onto the show, if you have a bad crowd, you're trying to feed off their energy. If they're not giving you energy, how do you bounce back from that? How do you stay consistent? How do you stay motivated, especially because you're looking at them and they're just probably looking at you with a dead face, and you're feeling a certain vibe and they're not getting it.
That's when you switch out of the song.
Great question.
Yeah, no, for sure. We've had that. We everyone's had it where you're playing or you're DJing and you can just look around the room and you're all right, it's not the vibe. So you kind of got to read the room as a DJ. You got to look around. I don't want to say generalize people or look at them or the way they're dressed, but you kind of got to look around and be all right, I can tell what this is going to be. This is going to be a vibe. And you throw it on.
And then sometimes you just get those groups that are just trying to chill. Yeah. And they're not in the party mood. So you're standing there and you're man, what's going on here? Yeah. But
no, you just got off work, bro.
Yeah. Yeah. So we've done... it's really interesting, but it just comes down to reading the room, reading people, and there's different times in the night. At 8 o'clock is gonna be different than at midnight.
Oh yeah.
So once people are a little, more little more liquored up.
Yeah. Once they get a little looser. You know?
So you notice that. What does that feel like when you see the vibe? Though I think that's an ideal vibe, right? You want people to get relaxed. You want people to be able to be on a tip where, all right, kind of anything you play at that point, they're gonna dance to it.
Yeah.
How much of that do you feel off? Do you not try to feel off too much of it because you just don't know when you might put a song that might just kill the vibe as quick? How do you control like that once you get that ideal crowd, right? Because we just finished discussing when you don't have an ideal crowd, you get your ideal crowd. How much do you try not to like how? I feel like you don't want to get too emotional with them because then I feel like you just don't know if you might put a song and they're like, I don't like this anymore. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
How do you control that hype?
You gotta just keep dropping hits. You gotta keep dropping heat. You know, when you got that vibe. Let's say, for example, you're playing a bunch of rap and then no one's feeling it. And then boom, you break into like Ozuna, and everyone starts dancing. You know you're sticking to the vibes.
True.
You know you're saying you're gonna play a little Bad Bunny, and next because that's what the crowd feels like they're feeding. I mean they're feeling. So you got to feed off of that, like you said. You know, like as a DJ, you have like your genres, just like everything else. You're like, you got your house stuff, you got your Latin stuff, you got your dubstep stuff, you got your super hip hop stuff. So like, if the crowd's feeling, you play Biggie and the crowd's feeling, you're like, all right, cool, they're into hip hop. All right, let's see what I can do. But you also want to stay true to yourself. You also want to stay true to your brand. So no matter what, we always sneak in a little vibe.
Oh, for sure.
We always like every time we've DJ, we always go like. Technical talk, we always go to like 90 to 100, which is like ideal for Latin stuff. 110 at perreo, like we keep that in our sets because that's who we are, very Miami,
Of course, and I do like that because part of being in Miami is a fast-paced, very hype, booty popping music.
Of course,
that's what we do here.
Yes.
We don't do slow. What's slow to us? That makes no sense.
No. There's no slow dancing going on. No.
And we like hype. If it's not hype, we're not gonna pay attention to you. Straight up. And you know that. Look at our sports teams. If you're not doing good, no one's gonna come see you.
Unfortunately,
yeah. But I mean, I feel like every city participates in it. And we have such a strong. I feel like our loyalty to
no pressure, Manny.
Yeah. That's the funny thing you mentioned it. I don't mean to go off topic, but can you kind of talk about the article that you were telling me before we went live?
Yeah, I just saw an article that Manny Diaz went to a Nike training camp for high school students dressed in all Adidas gear and basically threw a party. And it was a FSU party. FSU training camp. So he went and got all the high school recruits and just was throwing out beers and had like a party. Which is super Miami. He went up there to they're trying to recruit and have their little, was it like a coaching type thing? And he goes up there, disrupts. Let me get your recruits, bro.
Of course.
I thought that was amazing.
This is why you don't want to go to FSU. You want to stay down south.
Yeah, you gotta come to Miami, man.
Yo, we do it down in dirty, man. Dirty South, I'm telling you. Going back to your music really quick. You guys released Gold Skies, Sander featuring Alicia. Am I pronouncing it right? Alicia.
That's a remix of a classic house song that we got our hands on the acapella and we just did a flip on it and it sounds nothing like the original.
Of course. So why that song in particular? What did you try to accomplish there? Like, is that something that you guys listen to on a regular and you're like, oh, this doesn't have to be?
I mean, I remember when that song came out and it was such a staple in the electronic community. I mean, any festival you went to, any club you went to, that was getting played in the set, and it was like this really like just euphoric moment when that song comes on. Like everything, like they're building it up and everything drops out and you get that crisp female vocal that sort of like grabs your heart and you're like, whoa, what's she even talking about? I don't even know.
Yeah, I to be honest with you, I had heard the song maybe once or twice before. I wasn't that into the song, and then he pulled up the acapella and played the original. I was like, oh yeah, I remember this song. And then we were like, yo, this would be dope to flip. And we flipped it. People's reactions have been really dope. It actually got played by our homies Nico and Sway on the radio a couple times.
Dash Radio.
Dash Radio.
Friday night.
Right, Friday night. It was
dope.
Lit.
So what? We're young. Explain that. Why the title? What you're trying to accomplish in that song that you guys created?
So what we're young is about just remembering that it doesn't matter what age you are or what you're doing in life. You've always got that inner child in you, that you want to hold on to. Like there's just this culture of like you have to grow up and you have to get a job and you have to do this and it's like, no, you don't have to do anything. You can do whatever you want. And so what you're young is about keeping that inner child spirit. Like when you're a kid, you don't think about all these big things that we have to think about as adults, like. I mean, not to say this is like throw your responsibilities and ambitions away, but it's just, living that
balance.
Yeah, that balance. And like being able to say, you know what, like I don't have to do this because I don't want to do it. I'm gonna spend my time, doing what I want to do, and
yeah, some of the greatest moments in history have been because of people just being sick of it or rejection. They get rejected by something, boom, like with Ferrari, that guy Lamborghini, he wouldn't let him drive the Ferraris, and what did he do? He started a Lamborghini. You know what I'm saying? So it's the same thing here. It's like we don't want to be, as music producers, we already live outside the common society, the fringe, we live like on the fringes of society, basically. Like, we do our own thing, we have our own schedule. So like it's just seeing my mom go to work every day, seeing my whole family, like the way they were, the way we were brought up, and just saying sometimes you just want to go have fun. It doesn't matter how old you are. You could literally be 35 years old, 45 years old, leaving a job, and you could still find your calling after that. It doesn't matter. You're young at heart.
Of course, and I feel like that's a great topic that you guys touched up on, because I myself being, we're still young, and I feel like in general, being an artist has always been outside the norm. You can go back to the days when you were a jazz artist. Like, people used to be like, why are you trying to be a jazz artist? You know what I'm saying? But just to be an artist in general, like, I feel like you need that youthful side inside of you, because what will motivate you? You can't be so rigid if you're an artist. You have to be creative. And I feel like part of being young is being creative, being naive with that, being able to be ambitious. And I feel like you both just finished touching on, if you have those two, and you kind of remind yourself, because it's not to say dump all your responsibilities, but kind of make it fun to have those responsibilities. You kind of make it your responsibility to have to make music, if that's what you feel is right. And especially in the times that we live in now, the age of information, the age of technology, same way the Renaissance was called the Renaissance, and no one was calling it the Renaissance then, is the way that this will be called the age of information, so on and so forth. To be an entrepreneur is very easy now. I'm sorry. You can brand yourself on YouTube, SoundCloud,
Instagram,
Spotify, Instagram, Snapchat, Twitter. There's no excuse, right? So I feel like to be young now, you can remain that way, because all these platforms can allow you to brand yourself in that sense.
Yeah.
And I feel like it's very important, especially if anyone that's listening, like, that's a very important thing to touch up on, because a lot of people get just lost in, I feel like our generation doesn't really do that, which is a good thing. But like, if you look at traditional, like our parents, the way they were raised, go get that money. You get me? Go hustle, which is not a bad thing. It's just like, how can you make that fun though? How can you make it something that you like? Because a lot of people, I feel like the strong, like the most confident individuals, because everyone's different, right? I feel like a lot of people have a hard time finding what makes them different. But once you find that thing that makes you unique, because everyone's different, find out how you can make money off of it. And that's the best part, because everyone's different with it. Absolutely. Everyone is different with it.
Just get really good at that thing that you found. Be really good at it, and then the money's gonna come.
Exactly, because I feel like it'll motivate you. If you're doing so, like, right now, without a doubt, this is us, all three of us in the room, we're starting off. I know for a fact that we're gonna blow up. You feel me? Each in our own ways, and we're gonna have the same interview again down the road and be like, "Yo, remember that time?" Yeah, I do remember that time. But it's because we were first ambitious, hungry. If you're not loving what you're doing, how can you go through the bad years to then make money at the end?
Yeah.
Do you know what I'm saying? That's how it works. That's literally how it works.
You gotta fall in love with the grind.
You do.
Absolutely.
If you don't love the grind, that's not the thing for you,
But make it your grind. That's what I'm trying to say. Make it like the thing that you love to grind about. You know what I'm saying? That's that. And like I said,
your grind. You gotta love your grind. I'm sorry.
Your grind.
Yeah.
And it's the members of society that really understand that concept quickest. And I feel like if you get that concept quicker, right, when we're young, all right, then I feel like once you get older, the chips will fall into place. You get what I'm saying? And especially now, everyone's so caught up in the shortcomings, the short-term things.
I feel like there's a lot of pressure put on kids, like in America, like 18, 19, like you're graduating high school and now you have to make this decision for your life. It's like, how am I, what? I was just like playing sports, like, and video games with my friends, like worrying about, am I going to turn this homework assignment in? Now I have to figure out what I want to do the rest of my life. But what I always encourage people to is like, figure out what it is that you love. Like, what could you wake up every single day and do for hours on end? And when you figure that out, that's what you need to do. And when you put your full effort into that, you're going to figure out a way to make money from it. You know, that, and then at that point, you're now pursuing your calling and you're able to make a difference and an impact on the world and people around you. If you're like so hung up on worrying about like going to a 40-hour week job to work for somebody else and make them money, and you're miserable every day about it, how are you going to be able to affect people positively and like inspire people?
Yeah, of course. Everybody you interact with or rub off is going to see your negative energy.
Yeah.
Because you're not happy.
Exactly.
Just looking forward to hitting happy hour on Friday to drink your misery away.
Yeah.
And it's like, that's no way to live. Like, that's wild to me.
But it's very simple. It's literally just making life feasible for you. How can you make
Mm-hmm.
life livable? Like, at the end of the day, dude, like, we live in, bro, time goes by quick. Like, it was Thursday yesterday. And I feel it's Saturday, like, afternoon now. You know what I'm saying? Like, we live in very fast times.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
It's really what you want to sacrifice. You know what I'm saying? It's all about sacrifice. Short-term sacrifice for long-term success. That's what someone told me about America. They're like, you know what's funny about America? The best thing about America is that short-term sacrifice will give you long-term success. So if you want to work a job, right? You want to work 40 hours a week, right? Why are you doing that? Because you want to have a nice crib. You want to have a nice car. You want to take out a girl on weekends. Well, what you're sacrificing is your life. You're sacrificing your creativity. You're sacrificing your energy, you know? But if you sacrifice not having that car, not having that apartment to fulfill your inner calling, long term down the road, you're gonna have that success. And it goes either way, because if you sacrifice, if you're doing the 40-hour week job and you're sacrificing your intern, if you keep at that 40-hour week, you might get a promotion. So you're gonna have success. But is it gonna be the success you want?
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Of course.
So it's really what you want to sacrifice.
Delayed gratification.
Yeah,
that's
delay
which
your
is
gratification.
crazy. I was literally like, I woke up this morning and I had that word in my mind. Like, I was like taking a shower, like on like getting ready, like trying to think about what we're gonna talk about today, and like delayed gratification came into my mind. And I was like,
for real,
this is what it's all about. Like, and people don't get that because
they see it on Instagram. They turn on their phone and it's like, blah, right there. You see, this guy has a Maserati. This dude has a Supreme hoodie. This dude has the chain.
Bingo. How much? Let me tell you this. Shout out to Corman again, because I feel like you guys are hitting on. And I'm gonna tailor this to Miami, where you're talking about people getting caught up in the shortcomings. And I'm gonna call somebody out, not somebody, but I'm gonna call out a particular group of people that are doing certain stuff in Miami. Not Miami, but just in general. Billy Corben said, "You go to Los Angeles to be somebody. You go to New York when you are somebody. You come to Miami to be somebody else." All these dudes rocking the Supremes, on the Instagram, the Ferrari Mazis, you don't know if it's rented or they own it.
Yeah, of course.
Period. True. And a lot of people in Miami do that, and a lot of people
fake it to make it.
Straight up. Yeah. But you get to the point where, like, dude, you're faking it too much, my G. Like, I peep you. Like, that's not. I know a good amount of individuals, and I'm pretty sure you two have as well, being natives of the city, where you're you know who you are. I'm calling you out right now, straight up on FM radio. You know who you are, and you're gonna get called out soon, and you're gonna get when the internet crashes and you can't flex and front all that stuff, and we see you at the club and you can't afford none of that stuff. I can't say that in Spanish. Oh my goodness, you effed yourself. You sincerely did, and you know what? You deserve it, because why are you fronting? Like, you're literally fronting. And I'm gonna also call out, you know, those people that are like, make money right now. Call me, DM me right now. I got 5 tickets for you. I'm gonna show you how to go ahead and make money overnight. Dude, you guys are annoying, and I'm gonna tell you why you're annoying. Check me out. Not to name anybody, I had one of those individuals call me up, right? He says, I want to do a partnership with you. I said, all right, for sure. I'm thinking you might want to be an investor in this show, because I want the show to become something big. Call him, we're talking, dude from Miami's cool dude. Long story short, he's selling me this idea of the shortcomings. Like, I can make you this money instantly overnight. What's your favorite car? I then go, my favorite car is a Porsche red interior. But let me stop you right there. And this is going to go into what you said, Joseph, about changing the world. My ideal of power is not financially. Well, yes, you do need money. But if you were to ask me, Octavio, if I was to join this guy, right, through the partnership, quote unquote, I would want that money to go back to my local soccer park. I'll pay for all the kids' uniforms. I'll pay for all their travel, because I didn't have that when I was growing up. I didn't have someone just come from our hood, from our community, be like, yo, let me put everybody on game, because I used to grow up here. That's power, because then you're changing the world. You don't know if any of those kids could be the Messi, and because you flew them out to a tournament in the Northeast, they got picked up by a D1 school. That's power. Not freaking Supreme hoodies, not the Ferraris, none of that stuff that a lot of people get caught up with in this, especially in this city. And I'm calling those individuals out. All right, I'm calling you out because I'm tired of that. That's annoying. Like, and the funny part is, when I told him that, he was like, oh, okay, but listen, he tried to change it to go back to like shortcoming stuff, and I'm like, dude, like, I already told you the convo finished this way. I'm gonna see you at the winner circle. I'm just doing my way. I'll see you there though, brother, because I got Say that word again that you were listening, that you said about
delayed gratification.
I'll get that. I don't need that instant stuff, bro. I don't need that. I'm not one of these thirsty little kids. Mind you, they probably got another guy, because it's a pyramid scheme too. That whole thing is a pyramid scheme. It's not necessarily like you're really getting all the money. You're in a group that's all working together. So don't come up with yo, bro. Don't come at me with that, bro. I'm not. Yo no soy un bobo. No soy not. Yo, don't do that. Don't do that.
Pyramid
I'm gonna meet you exactly. Yo, I'll see you at the finish line, homie. Trust me. I'm gonna just do it my way. I don't need to be doing, bro. And then here's the funny thing. I was like, yo, what if I get investors to? I'm trying to get investors, because he was like, yo, why are you not wanting to do this? I want to get investors, bro. Like, you can get like a little but you're not gonna have ownership of it. Yeah, I'm not gonna have like, I'm still gonna get like a majority of it though. Like I'm yes, they will get a small cut of it as an investor, but like I'm still getting the majority of the cut. So yeah, I don't mind sacrificing. When the world, yo, look how we connect the dots. Intellectual thoughts, intellectual conversations, ladies and gentlemen. When I sacrifice that, that's when I'll get it, bro. Straight up. There's no like, I'm tired of that, bro. Like, and bro, there's they make you feel bad for not wanting to do it. I don't know if you peep the way they promote it. They really pressure you to get on board. They really, and it's like pay $216 to get the tutorial and all that stuff. Mind you, I can look that up on YouTube. I can go to my dad who's freaking, you know what I'm saying? Like,
running through all that. When I was in college, I joined up with a pyramid thing at one time, and like I got that's crazy stuff. Like, those pyramid schemes
there's nothing. Just hustle whatever you're gonna hustle.
Exactly, but they make you feel guilty because you don't want to do the pyramid scheme. Oh, you don't want to. Have you seen the way they promote it?
They're perfect salespeople. That's part of their culture. They train people to like sell you into it.
Yo no soy bobo. I know y'all trying to sell. That's the whole point.
You know what I did though is I got into it and I just I really took advantage of like the teaching systems. They got they got millionaires that are talking about, and so like a lot of those principles, I was like, look, I know I'm not gonna sell like soap and protein powder or whatever it was at that time for the rest of my life.
It's a soap protein powder. But it's actually a protein powder.
It's a protein powder that's a soap. But I'm like, this dude is a millionaire flying around speaking to booking out AAA arena to speak to a bunch of these brainwashed people, and all these people have paid $400 to be here for the weekend or something. So it's like that guy's doing something right. So if I take his advice and now apply it to my life, with whatever I want to do, which was music and acting, and I've taken that advice and it's been working out. And a lot of those principles are delayed gratification, perseverance, consistency, persistence. All that is necessary when you're an entrepreneur and when you're doing what you want to do. So but those pyramid,
of course. No, here's the thing. I'm not trying to look. Here's the thing, y'all. I don't, and like I told you, I don't know if you're making that much, bro. I see you're in apartments in Brickell. Congratulations. I don't know if you're paying that or you're struggling to pay it. This is Miami. You can be somebody else. I don't know. I don't trust it. I don't know who you are, bro. You could be struggling. You could be fronting. I don't mean you know what I'm saying. But to be an entrepreneur, because that's what they're all trying to strive for. That's common sense, consistency, driven. I don't need to go to a freaking seminar.
No.
I can read your book if any. In other words, in the age of information that we live in now, the information is at your disposal. It is now accessible. You don't need these seminars, quote unquote, to really empower you. Bruh, absolutely. I look at myself in the mirror every morning. I do that. I have my own seminars when I'm freaking brushing my teeth and I'm looking at myself and I'm like, yo, it's go time. Another day, another hustle, another grind. And I did that for free. Me está cogiendo de bobo. Yo no soy ningún bobo. I got you, dog. I'm gonna see you at the finish line.
At the end of the day, all the materialistic stuff, you can't take it with you.
You said it right, though. So. You got to look in the mirror. Yeah. Because a lot of people want to be entrepreneurs. The majority of people want to start their own business. Bro, get a job.
Yeah,
you dig? Because it's a lot harder than you think to be an entrepreneur. And if you really cut out for this life, you know it. You know it deep inside. Mm-hmm. A lot of people, they're not really cut out for it. They can be, but it's like a training. You really got it. There's no health insurance. You got to pay your side. You got to pay everything. You know what I'm saying? There's no security. There's no check. You got to get your check. So, yeah, you got to look in the mirror and see and really be like, yo, am I cut out for this? If this is what I want to do, you know what I'm saying? Being an entrepreneur sounds really the word entrepreneur. It's a sexy word.
It is.
Entrepreneur. But you know what that means? It means sleepless nights. It means a lot of worrying. It means finding your next meal. Entrepreneurship is not for everyone, bro.
It really isn't. And I feel like a lot of people, and I'm glad you touched up on that, Alex. It's you gotta know, bruh. I'm taking a media entrepreneur class, and I'm like, bro, some of y'all just don't even got the personality to sell a proposal. Yeah. Y'all don't have the personality to sell a proposal. Yeah, period.
You gotta have hustle.
I'm saying though, you can probably hire someone to do it. You probably have the creativity. Yeah. I'm not trying to bash. There's ways around it.
Of course.
But if you're really trying to be about that life, you need, like you said, sleepless days. sacrificing. You probably
Yeah.
need meals,
Shit.
but you need the job on the side to like kind of fund the project. So you're trying to be an entrepreneur.
Of course,
you feel what I'm
yeah.
saying? And bro, like, you just know if you're cut out for it. Like, I'm just tired of seeing these people. I'm like, bro, like, ¿quién tú eres pa frontearme a mí? ¿Quién tú eres? You feel me? No cap, bro. Like, I'll tell you straight up like that. There's a reason why that song goes the way it does.
Yeah,
You feel
it
me?
goes
Because
hard.
you cannot front. Like, stop fronting. I'm tired of like, yo, like, estoy hartado. Like, and another thing, people look one way on social media. When you catch them outside in person, they could be timid. They're terrible personalities, right? I feel like the best individuals, and shout out Gary Vee, and he said this. If you're faking it, right? You're faking it to make it. You have to know when to stop and really start becoming what you're trying to be, right? And I feel like the best part is that those that know how to portray themselves on social media, and then are that in person, if not more than that, are going to be successful. Bro, if you go to my Instagram right now, I think I've said it like a bunch of times on the show, but like if you go to Instagram right now, like I look lit. You feel me? Yeah, but if you see me in person, I'm 5 times that. Like, I'm really like what I'm cut out to be. Like, no cap, boy. Come let me know. You feel me? Because yo no miento, bro. Like, what's the point? Like, 5% of what you put on, like, what you put on social media is 5% of your life. And it goes back to like what you said, Alex. When you go back to your house and you look at yourself in the mirror, you're like, man, I'm kind of like, are you comfortable with fronting that much? Where you're like, all right, this is my life. I'm gonna do it. And you're gonna go to sleep, like, dude, I cannot go to sleep knowing I'm fronting that bad. You know what I'm saying? Like, I cannot, like, just
And
look.
you even touched on Gary Vee. A lot of people, they love Gary Vee. Shout, he's dope. He's super dope. But read how he started. Read how he started. His dad owned a company. He worked for his dad's company. He stayed at his parents' house. That's how he saved his money. So it's not he came from nothing. These people think like, oh, he just came from the street. Nah, bruh. His dad was rich. He then worked for his dad, got on, and then saved his money. Didn't go get the condo. He saved $60,000 a year. He made 60. He saved 50. That's what he said. So you're spending like $10,000 a year. You know what I'm saying? So like, you have to see what you have around you. You're not just gonna walk outside and be like, I'm gonna change the world. I'm gonna do everything myself. Nah, bro. He did it with his help too. Everyone, you gotta see what it is. You know what I'm saying? Not it's crazy. You have to use the resources available to you to make what you're gonna make. You know what I'm saying?
Bingo.
Like
Bingo.
it's not like you're gonna go out there by yourself and conquer the world.
Of
you know
course.
what I'm saying?
And here's
Calm
my thing
down.
too, yo. I don't like to front. Like, look, for example, I was out the other night, right? I had to use my mom's car because my car is like the battery was messed up. Told the chick, I was like, this is not my car. Like, this is my mom's car. But I'm not trying to front. Like, I'm telling you straight up who I am. You feel me? Like, I'm not scared of that. Like, I know dudes that like really try to front. Like, from where we're from. You feel me? I'm just like, bro, like, nah.
Just be yourself.
Like,
man.
straight up, really be yourself. Like, don't be afraid of that.
Right now, we're at the peak history of time that you could be yourself. Like literally, when I went to school, there was rockers and rappers. Literally, that's how when I first got here, it was like rockers and rappers. You know what I'm saying? You're at the point right now in civilization where you could be yourself, and people are gonna accept you. Not only accept you for being yourself, but
Celebrate you,
Yes,
too.
celebrate you for being yourself. So it's like, just be yourself, man. If you don't got no car, show up. You know, and be like, yo, what's good? Am I still gonna get that?
Yeah, of course. And how much power, bro? How much more do you respect
Metro
that?
to her crib? Yeah,
I'm
dog.
so deathly allergic to like fakeness, you know, like and sometimes it gets me in trouble because I'm so real and people are like, whoa, I'm like, but no, that's just how I am. Like, I don't want any sugarcoating. I want you to tell me straight up how it is. I want you fully raw. Like, don't be fake with me because I'm not gonna be fake with you.
Yeah.
So that, I mean, and that's definitely like, that's a huge thing nowadays. People want to front.
Absolutely.
And they think that it's like you can tell it from a mile away. Like, the
I
second
was
somebody
talking
opens their
about
mouth,
my
I'm like,
girl.
your friend, bro.
I was talking with my girl, and I was like, do people know what posers are anymore? Like, is that word? Did they
essentially what
erase that word from their vocabulary? Because there's so much posing going on right now, from like kids wearing Metallica shirts that they don't never heard a Metallica song, to dressing like skaters but they don't know how to skate. Like, there's so much posing going on right now. Like, don't be a poser. Like, the word poser still exists and it's relevant. So don't be a poser, my guy. Like, when I was growing up, my uncle, if he caught me wearing a shirt from a band that I didn't know, or he caught, he'd be like, you're a poser right now. He would call me out straight up, and I would go to my room, feel like crap, find a way to listen to that band, be like, oh, they suck, I don't even want this shirt. You know what I'm saying? Like, so it's like, don't be a poser, bro. It's like you could be a poser of being rich. Like, you don't be a rich poser. Like, you just get it how you live and live how you get it. You know what I'm saying?
Period. My goodness, why are we going off so hard, my G?
Man.
We're gonna take a quick commercial break. I mean, I feel like we really get y'all in on what we should be doing as a society, as a generation, trying to influence the world.
Absolutely.
We're gonna take a quick commercial break, but when we come back, ladies and gentlemen, we're gonna conclude the show and whatnot. Make sure you not touch that dial. Keep it locked to the voice.
Health tip number 22. One easy way to eat healthier is to fill half your plate for every meal with fruits and vegetables. Brought to you by the American Medical Students Association. For more information, visit www.amsa.org.
Stream from all over the world at wvum.org.
This is Mac DeMarco. Thank you for tuning in. We've got some wild and wacky stuff coming down the tube for you. God bless.
An unfamiliar state where you'd rather stay. A meditation plan when you sway and sink. I wanna find out town for the caroling sounds. Like quiet when the sun goes down. I swear I'll be alright, although Emily's in the sky. She waters the ground with gin, she pours me out onto the shadow of her homestay tree. She's not ready to let it be.
You're listening to WVUM 90.5 FM.
In Coral Gables, Florida.
Yay! And we are the Golden Filter.
Listen to Electric Kingdom Live, South Florida's longest-running electronic music show. Join me, your host, Peter, as we take a dive into Miami's one-of-a-kind electronic music scene. Every week we'll feature up-and-coming DJs, local legends, industry professionals, and electronic musicians from around the world for a live DJ set or listening session. Every Thursday at 7 p.m. only on WVUM, The Voice.
Yo, I feel like, you know what? First of all, let me introduce, if you are just turning in right now, we just took over the airwaves again. This is Code 305, hosted by the voice of the new wave, Octavio Rios. I'm joined this week in studio with Cashae, the duo music group of electronic dance music. All right, ladies and gentlemen, we've been talking about Miami Music Week, Ultra, Winter Music Conference, the whole works, the whole nine. Then we went into Cashae's, talk about the content, talked about So What We're Young and how that song means something a lot bigger than what it just sounds. We went really, really in depth with that, which I really think was great. But we're trying to conclude the show now. But before we go on, this show, I'm trying to empower everybody. If you were joining us before we went on air break, we went in, son. Really in, and it was great. And you know why? Because the whole point of the show is to give you guys a voice, people of the city of Miami that are not being heard. All right, because there's a lot of new people here in this city doing a lot of cool stuff, but because of politics and all that stuff, you don't get a chance to hear your voice heard. All right, so I'm glad. I want to give a huge thank you to both of you to coming to studio and being able to help me do that.
Thank you for having us.
Yeah, thank you for having us.
Of course.
Awesome.
What is the future for you boys? What is the future for Cashae? What is the long term? We did discuss in depth about a lot of short term sacrifices. What do you guys hope to obtain as a long term reward for the sacrifice you did in the short term?
Grammys. No.
Grammys,
I'd
for
say
sure.
that there's definitely like a laundry list of things for the long term. We have
private jets and Vegas residencies.
Yeah, those are top.
You know,
yeah.
Hopefully we get some residencies at different clubs, whether in Vegas or here in Miami. Definitely one of my goals.
Really working on getting on tour. I would love to just be playing a different city every night, and just like connecting with people in person. Like we've done a lot of work in the studio the last 5-6 years, really creating our sound and creating our brand. And so now it's the time to really just start pushing out of the studio and meeting people and exposing our content more to the world. So that's a big goal. I mean, like the material stuff, it's all cool and fun, private jets, cars, all that, but really like I want to make an impact.
Yeah, we want to make an impact with our contemporaries in the music industry.
Mm-hmm.
We want to be able to be thought of as at the top at our craft. When you're an artist or an actor or anything that has to do with creative, there's no bar, there's no like judging system. The only judging system is if your contemporaries and the public really likes what you're creating, and that's the satisfaction that we strive for.
I think that I heard it was Quincy Jones that said that, like, somebody asked him a question about like how do you maintain like your ego with all the work that you're doing, and he's like, I don't have an ego, because like my dreams always outweigh my ego. Like every time, basically saying like every time he gets to another milestone, he's already like 10 steps ahead with the next dream. So it's like you get to that milestone and you're like, oh, okay, this is great. Okay, we're already trekking forward. So it's just it's like an airplane, constant forward movement and no stopping. So, I mean, that's the goal. I mean, we want to be playing around the world.
Yeah.
We already have like a big fan base in Spain. We run the radio out there with our song Need to Know. So, I mean, I would love to be on tour in the next year. We've got Ibiza for sure. Actually, coming up, we do have a show.
Yeah.
A big show that we just got booked for in May, the 4th weekend. That's Electric Ship. So
it's a festival on a cruise ship.
So it's like Groove Cruise?
Yeah, it's like Groove Cruise or Holy Ship.
What's the difference?
It's just another local like what production company that is putting it on. So it's gonna be awesome.
Gonna be lit.
Adventure Club is already booked for it. They're gonna be
Whoa.
one of the headliners.
That's dope.
Yeah.
I'm glad to hear this, man. I just know that you guys are gonna make it far. I see it. It's just like you guys been talking about, what we've been talking about, just being authentic. And trust me, this is not the first time I'm going to be interviewing you guys. This will be another time where you guys will be a lot bigger. And it just has to be with time, man. Like, with time, this will become something bigger. Amen. And I really do believe you, too, especially being natives of Miami. You guys get, like, what it is to have swag. You guys understand what it is to set a vibe. You guys understand what it is to be hard work and determined, because this city forces you to have to behave that way.
Yep.
You get what I'm saying? So I wish you guys the best in your future endeavors. I'm going to try my best to come out to some of those events.
Thank you.
Because I always support the local artistry. Since I was in high school, dude, like, dudes that sell mixtapes, like, I'll buy it because I get it. Like, it's just a hustle. You got to support it. You feel me? So I'm always going to be supporting you guys, absolutely. Thank you so much again for coming on.
Thank you.
I appreciate it. Today was great. Thank you for having us.
Of course. I'm glad you guys enjoyed it. Though this show is, hey, listen, like I told you, this show's fun to listen to. This show's fun to be on. I wish some of you guys called in, but it's all Gucci. Pa la próxima. If my audience, the studio's audience, were to want to find you guys, where can they find all this beautiful content of tracks and melodic tunes that will make their ears feel
You could check us out on Spotify, Cashae. You could definitely check us out on SoundCloud and YouTube. Anywhere where streaming music is streamed, just check us out.
Spotify, iTunes, Apple Music, SoundCloud. Everything is We Are Cashae. I think like all the like Facebook, Instagram, Twitter is all like facebook.com, instagram.com/ We Are Cashae.
Cashae is CASHAE.
Yep. Spell it one more time.
CASHAE. Cash.
Are you
AE.
Excellent. Are you guys also gonna do some volunteer work, if I'm not mistaken? What was it that you guys are gonna be, that you mentioned earlier, Jordan, with a promo of something? No. Fair enough.
No, we're always down for volunteer work, though. Yeah,
sure.
we're down for charity stuff for sure.
Always.
We actually used to run with Usher's charity up there in Atlanta. Fun times.
Like I said, glad to have you guys on. If you guys missed this episode, it's gonna be on SoundCloud on the Code 305 page. It's all the episodes I've had for the podcast since the beginning of this creating of this beautiful show, the best talk show in all of South Florida. All right, no cappery. Now, if you want to find that, you just go to Code 305 MIA. All right, on Instagram, and on the bio is my personal page, the link to the SoundCloud. If you want to email the show, there's also the email there, because this is your show as much as it is mine. Ours, community, involvement, progressing. That's what we want to do. Miami hustle flow, you dig? All right, ladies and gentlemen, I'm going to let regular programming take over. You're going to catch me again probably, I don't know, I do this like every so often now. I'll do my best to stay on like, like on the Sunday weekends, but just know it's all on SoundCloud. Just let me know what you think. This is your show as much as it is mine. Like I said, regular programming will take over right now. Thank you guys so much for listening, and don't forget to keep it locked to the voice.